The counteroffensive launched by Ukrainian army a few months ago continues. According to latest developments, Ukrainian army has slowed down this counteroffensive, but this does not mean that it is stopped. According to many sources, the reason for this slowdown is that the Ukrainian Armed Forces are working on new plans. Even though the Ukrainian army has slowed down its counterattack, it does not allow the Russian army to invade its territory. The recent violent explosion at a military facility in Moscow was a clear indication of this. Moscow has not yet recovered from the effects of this violent explosion, and yet another explosion has occurred. Ukrainian army continues to inflict heavy blows by targeting critical areas of Russia. Let's analyze the latest explosion in Moscow. A violent explosion was heard in the Domodedovo region of Russia. The explosion, which took place in the evening, terrorized the people living in the region. Citizens left their homes and scattered on the streets. Minutes later, the cause of this explosion was understood. Ukrainian drones had arrived in the area. The target of these drones was the press service of the Moscow Regional Directorate of the Russian Emergency Ministry. The press service was severely damaged by successful strikes of the drones. After this chaos, another explosion was reported. Again in Domodedovo district, a fire broke out in a 1,000 square kilometer car service. Russian authorities did not know what to do with these explosions. The locals living in the area are in fear. It is estimated that the explosion have caused serious economic distress in the Russian Federation. It was also announced that flights were suspended at the international airport in the region. Ukrainian drones have played a role in very important operations since the early days of the war. Ukrainian soldiers have become professionals in the use of drones. In addition to these events, an administration building was also hit in Kursk Oblast. Ukrainian army is relentless. Drones never miss their targets. Russian fire brigades made a serious effort to bring the fire in the administration building under control. Russia cannot get rid of the clouds of smoke from the fires. Explosions continue on the front line. Ukrainian artillery units have blown up an important ammunition depot in Novokakhovka. Although Russian sources claim that these explosions were natural gas explosions, the Strategic Communications Department of the Armed Forces of Ukraine made the following statement about the blown-up building. At around 10, the Ukrainian Armed Forces hit command posts of the Russian army in the temporarily occupied Novokakhovka. The Russian army is suffering serious losses as a result of the Ukrainian offensive, and even authorized figures are unable to prevent these losses. Even though Ukrainian army has slowed down its counterattack, it continues to destroy important sites belonging to Russian army. What do you think about the violent explosions in Russia? What do you think about the Ukrainian army slowing down its counterattack? What do you think the Ukrainian army's new plans might be? Don't forget to share your thoughts with us.